Death by slingshot! You should be embarrassed! And they said it was useless. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Last time, we went through the Faron Woods at long last, ending up at the Forest Temple. And now, we begin our first dungeon adventure. 6 videos in, yeah. We'll take you out, and then I want to save you in the most violent, risky way that I could have possibly done so. I got curious if this girl monkey had an official name, and it's Female Monkey. Someone got paid to name her that. Hey, that's the monkey that stole your lancer. Doesn't it look like she's beckoning you? Aren't you the popular one? These enemies that she crawled right past, no problem, are Walshulas. They are impervious to the sword, even if they are within range. However, death by slingshot. You should be embarrassed. Can't believe that one. Before we go on, if you are familiar with the Zeldas, you know that there's more to this room. Yeah, the entrance to this forest temple is a replica of the entrance to the forest temple in Ocarina of Time, complete with a wooden platform up here with a secret on it. So we'll take you out. If it looks a little different, it's because this world is mirrored thanks to our difficulty. I suppose the GameCube version of the world / normal mode is the, you know, quote unquote canon version of it. I don't know why people say quote unquote, because you say unquote after the quote though, but people always say quote unquote and then the thing that they're quoting, and it doesn't really work like that. We get 10 rupees for our troubles, but that's not all. We can see on top of these pillars, there's pots, on 2 of them at least. We get a bloopy rupee. And on the other one, another bloopy rupee. Total of 20 rupees up for grabs in the starting room, all because we played Ocarina of Time. It's really weird that I have not played Ocarina of Time on this channel by now. I don't try to go in any kind of chronological order because the Zelda games are just in such a convoluted timeline that there isn't really any way that I could do that. Plus, they release new games that are in different orders all the time. So, the starting area might have been a reference to Ocarina of Time, but after that, it really branches out. This is a Skulltula. Their backs are vulnerable, their fronts are armored. Stab them, and then, my favorite part, put your sword away after slaying a powerful enemy right after, and you get what I call the trailer pose. If you were there, you were there. That there is a bombling. They go down in one hit, turning into a bomb, and then you can, well, blow stuff up. Inside of there, we get 20 rupees, doubling our rupee count once again because we were diligent. Bomblings are a little surprisingly risky. If you get close to them, they just kind of bump you in the, like, on the bottom or whatever. And this sounds terrible. They just kind of bump into you and they do a half-hearted damage on this difficulty. So I try to avoid that. I'm really trying to conserve my stuff. We have a potion shop right outside, so I'm not too concerned if I have to use my healing item. In fact, I probably should have bought another potion just to save myself the trouble later on, but we'll run with it. Our first chest contains... You got the map! Yellow arrow shows your current location. Tilt the changed floors. This is a 1-floor dungeon, but it's surprisingly complicated in its layout. There really are no short dungeons in this game. You're in for an adventure even from the beginning, if you can get past the gigantic intro. Have I mentioned that enough times? Okay. That wasn't what I had in mind when I said dump the monkey! I just wanted to put her in boiling water, not kill her! Oh, and can we show that on video? Oh, what's going on? Has there been a monkey fight? Oh no, we can't go any further. Might as well go back. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like she wants you to wants to take you somewhere, so maybe you should just follow her. Before we do, I want to just take a look around here, because, yeah, it's a pretty spectacular area, and you can see that this dungeon is just inside of a pair of gigantic trees with interconnected branches. Just a bit of lore there. My biggest tip when dealing with bomblings would to be not to pull out your sword when you're right next to them, because that gives them ample time to hit you. Can we show that on video? When we go on with the help of our monkey friend. And yes, I want to pull out my sword, then go over to you. And there is a bombable wall that you can just barely see. Oh God, almost ate it right there. They always take longer to blow up than I think they will. Oh God, nope. Hiya! Phew, out at last. Gracious, once I got in there, I couldn't squeeze back out. I am awfully bulbous. You were a big help, thanks. I've been looking for something in here, you see. Gracious, yes. You must need something here too. Shall we try working together for a while, fellow adventurer? I can even warp you out of here if you want to leave. You'll be able to come back to the same room anytime you want. I can be quite helpful, you see. So don't think of me as a burden. Now let's get started. You met Uku. If you call those in the dungeon, those will help let you out and will allow you to return to when you want. Set those two and use those with Y, X, and R. All right, well, we got a warp to come back into the dungeon, especially helpful when we got a potion shop right outside. So we'll go over this way, use our lantern, just juggling all sorts of resources that are finite in here, just our health, our lantern oil. Now I just need the rope to complete the trifecta of lamp oil, rope, of bombs. Okay, hit you. Just take you out, leave my options open for later. Oh boy. Sometimes the auto jumping, you just get the angle very slightly wrong. Oh, this is a pygmy Skulltula. And now it's a drowned Skulltula. Yeah, you just shoot it down with a slingshot and instantly dies. We found, I think that's the only one in the whole game. At the very least, they only appear in the Forest Temple. And it just went down, lickety split. So this lock with the chains, is this just another spider just made of metal? Just something to think about that'll creep you out in your nightmares tonight, you know? Okay. So we can't go any further until we find a key. Over this way is a well-hidden secret that I felt so good for finding my first time. Inside, you found a stamp for the Hylian letter A! My, how specific! Check out your stamps on the collection screen. All right, so the original version of Twilight Princess had loads and loads of rupee chests in it, and you ended up with max money all of the time. To remedy this, they did two different things. One was making the default wallet size bigger, as I've told you, and the other was changing some of those rupee chests into Miiverse stamps. Now, Miiverse shut down on November 8th, 2017. Twilight Princess HD released on March 4th, 2016. Yeah, one of the main collectibles had a purpose for less than 2 years. Your reward for collecting all 49 Miiverse stamps is another Miiverse stamp. They aren't counted towards any form of completion. You don't get any kind of benefit from having them all in terms of Link's abilities, and all you can do now is look at them. So I'm not gonna sweat it too much if I don't get them all. They're pretty pointless. All you can do now is just look at them. So glad that they did that. I guess the developers, when they started developing, couldn't have known that Miiverse was gonna die. I knew a guy who got hired at Nintendo of America to be a Miiverse moderator in, I think, 2017, and then they announced the closure of Miiverse like 3 weeks later, and he immediately lost his job. He even moved across the country to like do this job and everything because it was his dream to work at Nintendo of America. I felt really bad for him. He ended up having a pretty bright future though. He ended up going to a university in Japan, and from what I understand, he's a pretty successful fellow now. So, you know, his story still had a happy ending. I don't mean to make it sound like he got totally screwed or whatever like that, but he was having a rough year, and I felt really sorry for him. And yeah, I haven't gotten to see him in person in a while because he moved away a while ago. Hello! We got through the locked door. All right, well, we gotta do some monkeying around, or some monkey business, or whatever overdone monkey pun that I am going to title this video. You know what it is, I do not yet. Easily missed chest down here to get 10 more rupees. And then, what? I gotta do it. I gotta dunk the monkey. Oh, he hurt his butt. I landed on my finger the other day when I fell down because I was imitating a move in a video game. And it still hurts now. It's been like a couple of weeks and it still hurts. I'm wondering if I should go get it checked out. Well, now we have double the monkey, double the problems. Link? Link? He's in the floor. Okay, I got that. That was weird. All right, that was not what I was expecting. Double the monkey, double the distance. Ha! Yeah! And we soar over. There's a lot of climbing ivy in this dungeon that doesn't go anywhere. That's kind of sad. I kind of wish that was, I kind of wish that like there were little secrets up there, but there's just loads of ivy. I think it's better to just look at it. You never need to use that climbing ivy over there with the Walchula that we took out either. Now we'll go back to the starting room. So our main mechanic is saving the monkeys so that they can bridge these gaps for us. Now that we have 2 monkeys, I guess the female monkey just doesn't like things that are on the right or whatever. But yeah, we can now open the way, moving forward, so that we can then look for more monkeys to get to more areas. It's pretty clever. This is a Baba serpent. It's a Deku Baba that keeps going after it's been severed from its limb. According to the GDC demo of Twilight Princess, originally this was just going to be how Deku Babas worked in this game, but they ended up sectioning it off to its own enemy. We can't hurt this. It's a, it's called a Deku-like. It devours you from above if you land in it. So what we want to do instead is, don't fight him, feed him. Something spicy, know what I mean? Yeah! So the doors in the Forest Temple are the Kokiri symbol. It looks like the Kokiri emerald, as you can see right there, yeah. It's possible that this is the same Forest Temple, with the opening room being a reference, the connections to the Kokiri and all. The only thing is that it would have aged differently or been remodeled at some point because the events of Ocarina of Time never occurred in this reality. I'll be talking about all the little lore connections like this that I personally know of, but I will try to avoid spoilers wherever possible. If it's true, that would mean that the Faron Woods are the Kokiri Forest, just at a later time after the Kokiri have long since disappeared. They're not directly mentioned at any point. Could be the Kokiri left it, the Hylians moved in, and ooh, okay, yeah! And the Hylians just named it something else after they moved in. So, you want to make extra sure to get that. Not all Zelda games do heart pieces inside of dungeons, but this one likes to do that. And, You just didn't jump right there. Yeah, so there's heart pieces in dungeons. Since you need these monkeys to get around, on repeat visits, you won't really have them available. I mean, you can't expect them to stick around for the rest of their lives to help you out. So make sure that you get it on first visit, otherwise you have to wait a long time before Link is able to get to all these rooms on his own. His little scowl right there just reminds me of Wind Waker Link's scowl. It's kind of cute, actually. All right, this is our first mini-boss, a big Baba. You just want to hit it with the sword, dodging out of the way. Just keep stabbing it. Do a spin attack, that'll do some additional damage. Oh, no, oh boy. Okay, that's my first hit. Okay, I can't really do a jump attack here, and a spin attack is kind of risky. We just want to keep bopping it. It's really simple. It doesn't look like it's taking damage, like it doesn't feel like it is, because it barely recoils at all. But eventually, after a whole bunch of hits, yeah, we break its neck. Because everything's extreme and violent and realistic in this game. Smack the bombling. Now it's just an inflated Deku-like. Lock on and throw. Way to go, Link. I thought if you were locked on, you couldn't miss throws. All right, I guess I'll be patient like some peasant, if I must. Oh wait, you have the key, you have the key. It's not one of those things where the door just magically opens when I beat you. No, it's gotta have a narrative purpose. You got a small key! This will open a locked door, but only in this area. I don't know why I read that time. We've gotten small keys before. I don't know, I like reading text, man. I'm a narrator by nature. When you really think about it, that's all I am. He's celebrating with us. Monkeys are a bit of a long-standing species in the Zelda series. They've been around for a long time, and they've never been given a more complicated name than just monkeys. They don't have like, they're not like Apius simius or, you know, some kind of name like that. No, they're just monkeys. I take you and I smack you. And we jump and we throw. Kind of a tight window. I remember struggling on this as a kid where I was trying to get that bombling over here, but it just wasn't working. There just wasn't enough time to do so. And taking loads and loads of damage in the process because I just didn't think to try the other one because it looked farther away. And there's monkey number 4. Oh, okay, that thing that was hanging down was a Skulltula. We'll go over this way, roll into you. Get another decently hidden chest. You got a small key, it opens a locked door, but only in this area. Now I gotta make it consistent because it bothers me. That's kind of like a thing with my neurodivergence is it bothers me when I'm like walking on a sidewalk and I like put like one foot like over a crack that I didn't put the other one over, and then I have to like get it even on both sides, but it doesn't feel natural if I force it. I have to like naturally do it by taking the same distance with my step as I normally would. I've had this my entire life where I've always been bothered by that, and anyone else who's autistic that I've talked to just has felt the same thing. I know that, I know it's a spectrum, and I know a lot of people are different and everything though, but yeah, like, it's a thing that I've thought about my whole life way more than I should. Now, oh, you can stun them with the slingshot. Dang, look at you, slingshot. Here we go. Trailer pose. Just gotta feel cool about myself. We got the small key, we can open this up, and we get 4 monkeys. Cool. I'll just break these real quick. Pottery is my natural enemy. A yellow rupee, dang. Well, if I ever need to go heal, I definitely have the cash for it. I don't need to be dishonest to that bird. Now that you are a father of 4 monkeys, we go back to the starting area. They're all eager to take us to the center that we couldn't do anything with before. Is showing 4 at the same time like a age rating thing? Like, I know you get like so many F words in like a PG-13 movie. Like, is so many monkey butts like going to put us over that limit for like monetization or anything like that? All right, we got 4 monkeys to swing across now. Yeah! Yeah! Oh! No, what? What do you mean game over? That did 2 hearts of damage. Of all the dumb things to die to. Too much monkeying around, I tell you. That's another potential video title that I'm gonna have to consider. I have not been able to come up with a single video title as of this point in recording for anything. All right, well, at least I got fully healed, and at least I didn't go back like any distance. Can't do anything with these platforms. They're spinning in the wind, and they're rotated in awkward ways, so we can't get that monkey that's over there. guess what? His boomerang actually does damage. Yeah, even though it's a common thing in Zelda that boomerangs don't really hit for much, his does. When he throws it, smack the pillar, knocking him off balance, let the boomerang come back, and let the spanking commence! I should tell you that jump attacking in the original version was double damage. Here it's been nerfed to 1.5 times damage, just so you know, so you don't expect it to do quite as much as it would before. All right. Spank the monkey! Spank the monkey! Oh, we have to censor it. Spank the monkey! We can only show so many monkey spankings in one video. He can knock those Baba serpents off of the roof if he wants to. Hiya! This guy's name is Ook. Not Uku, just Ook. His butt was so red because a bug actually crawled up his butt. That's what drove him mad. It's a tragic backstory of a serial killer. I am the Fairy of Winds who resides in this boomerang. You have freed me from evil, and now I have my true power back. Please take me with you. Use it to aid your quest, and may both my power and my blessing go with you. If you focus power in your boomerang before releasing it, it will unleash the power of wind, aiding you in unforeseen ways. You got the boomerang of Gale! This mysterious boomerang houses the Fairy of Winds. It sucks things up with gale force. On the item screen, set it to Y, X, or R while holding the button, or use ZR to lock on places where you see. Lock onto as many as 5 targets at once. I bet even the monkey should be satisfied now. Okay, let's continue combing this place. We've already found something good, so let's keep searching places we haven't looked yet. This is a rather interesting item that has never come back in any way, shape, or form. So you hold it, you lock on, and you can unleash the power of winds from a distance. It's kind of awkward holding a face button and then having to use the ZR trigger. I know what would fix that. I know it would fix. I never thought of this until just now. But you can use the R button, have your thumb free for the analog stick, and then use ZR to lock on. I'm a genius! It only took me 8 years of this version being out to realize it! I bet that's less time than some of you. I hope. I've just been awkwardly doing the crab claw this whole time, where I stick like a thumb on like a face button and then a finger on the analog stick and then another finger on the ZR button. It only took me 10 seconds to remember what the button I just named a second ago was called. So this boomerang, it does indeed stun enemies, and it doesn't even use ammo to do so. I guess maybe the slingshot is useless. It can also, miss horribly, no, it can also, hitting the wrong trigger now, shred through the spider webs. I just want you to remember every time that you're killing somebody with this, or every time that you're using it for any purpose, the boomerang is alive. Well, I guess there are still some monkeys you haven't freed yet. At this point, you should just save them all and see what you can get for it. Sounds like a good plan. Sounds like a good plan, little woman. So I want to go back to the starting area. Ah, I didn't intend that. I used the Gale Boomerang on a Keese and it drew it right to me. Can be helpful so that you can just swing your sword at it easily. It's awkward to swing your sword at Keese a lot of the time with them buzzing all around you. Whoa! Wasn't quite a game over. I think that does 2 hearts. All right, we are back in the starting area. And I'm gonna make you wait an entire day or a matter of seconds if you are binging this after it's premiered, to see what is inside of that chest. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we go on a hunt for more monkeys, hopefully unlocking the secrets of the forest temple. Link looks embarrassed to be with me. See you guys then.